Hello everyone, and today is a special one. It's my full review on the Orbea Wild H20. I've had this just over a month and I've already took it up some absolute epic climbs and rides. It's been on the Borrowdale Bash. Yesterday I took up an epic ride. I took it up Blancathra in the Lake District, which is the 2,800 feet mountain, and yes, it was absolute fantastic, and it really did perform really well. And I'm going to go through everything on the bike and what I thought of using it for the last month. It's gone up Hard Knots Pass, it's gone up all sorts, and yeah, I'm going to go through it. First of all, I'm going to go through the spec and then tell you what I think of it. So stay tuned, because I'm going to go through anything you may need to know about the H20 Orbea Wild. So basically the Orbea Wild is the Ally version what Orbea have brought out for their Enduro e-MTB, and yeah, I've took it on some epic climbs and some epic trails in the Lake District, and I'm going to break down what I think of the bike. So let's go. So I'm just going to give you a quick bike overview of what comes on the bike. So this is the H20 from Orbea. Basically it's the Ally frame. It has the Bosch CX motor, the latest version. You can upgrade it in the Flow app, so you can get that 100 newtons of torque and the 750 watt of power. The battery what comes in it is a 750 watt amp hour battery, which is absolutely fantastic, and it's took me on some really long trips. You get the front fork, which is a Fox 36 AWL, which I've found so far fantastic and easy enough to set up. And then you've got the Fox Evo L shocker, which is another fantastic shocker, which I found really well at performing on my rides so far. So the H20 comes with the CLX Shimano group set. Now, just a couple of things on the group set. I've come from Di2. I've been using Di2 on my road bikes for a few years now, and it's been a long time since I used mechanical gears. So yeah, it was a bit strange going back to mechanical gears, especially when I was on the Borrowdale Bash, and after a half hour I was already messing around with the gears because they are unaligned, and I wasn't used to messing around mechanicals when Di2 so easy. So in a few weeks time you're going to see me already upgrading that. Yeah, so I've bought the XT Di2 upgrade, which basically consists of the back derailleur and the controller on the front, and it looks an easy enough thing to fit, and it will obviously give me the Di2 version, which I like. So like and subscribe so you don't miss that, because I'm going to do a full install how to do that later in the videos. But yeah, that's basically what you get on the bike. You get these Maxxis Minion DHF tyres, and so far they're performing really well. I've got them set up tubeless, and yeah, like I said, I've had no problem whatsoever. They grip quite well to the tyre. Yesterday, as you can see, I'll put overlay here, when I was up Blancathra, they were performing really well in slippery, icy stones, getting myself up them climbs, and yeah, they were really good tyres, and yeah, I'm really impressed with them so far. So climbing and performance, so like I said, I've been using this for a month, and so performance wise, I've took it up Hard Knots Pass, which is the hardest climb in England and the steepest climb in England. Everyone knows what it's like. That is a road climb, and basically the motor and the bike was absolute fantastic on it. I didn't hardly have to put any effort whatsoever on. It was actually, I felt like it was too easy for me, especially when you put it up the 100 newton meters of torque. That's why I've set my e-MTB plus mode. I've actually gone back down to 85 newton meters of torque and 650 watt of power, because basically when I've put it into boost mode, which is I've set that up to fully maximum, basically I was just sat on the bike spinning the wheel, and the power of the bike would take me up the Hard Knots Pass. So on Hard Knots Pass, on a road climb, this bike performs absolute unreal. It really does. For on trail and climbing, now like I said, I took it up Borrowdale Bash. There's some technical climbs on that, and yesterday I'll put some clips here showing you how I'm climbing on the trails, and like I said, it's slippery rock, icy rocks, and it performs absolute fantastic. I had it in, as soon as I flicked it into boost mode, sometimes it was just too powerful, and sometimes I had to put it back down into trail mode or into the e-MTB mode, because it was just trying to fly, and sometimes I struggle to get the traction until I'm sat on the seat, and then I've got my weight holding me to get up there. But honestly, the Bosch motor for climbing is just the best out there in the market for me. I mean, it's just absolute superb. If I could get up that yesterday up Blencathra, which was at least 35% gradient of climbs, on rocky, horrible, gravelly trails. Sometimes there was icy, grassy paths, and it was just going up, no problem whatsoever. And yeah, for climbing, this bike is absolute epic, really is. Yeah, so when you're climbing, you've also got to descend, and yeah, this bike is another reason why I love it so much, because descending, you feel so much in control. You've got the dropper post, so you can put the seat down, get yourself back, and on that steep descending on rocky terrain, you feel like you're not going to come off. You feel like you can tackle the downhill really well, and even on, like, when you're coming down and you've got like a steep drop on the other side, you feel like you're you know, safe and in control of the bike. You feel like you're not going to fall off it, and it feels like it's just going to go where you want. And yeah, I've been absolutely so impressed with how fast you can get down on some rocky terrain on this. You know, it's really performs really well, feels really good in the hands. Some people say that they get sore wrists and that when they're coming down, when they're holding onto the bike and stuff, but I found the comfort of this really well. I've not had no problem with that whatsoever. You know, it really performs really well coming down hills. Yeah, so now when I first got the bike, the floor to sort out I had it totally wrong. It was once I looked into it, I was taking, because of my weight, I was taking up to like 60%, and it says obviously you should have around about 20 to 30% float. So anyway, now I've bought the Fox pump and sorted the float out. It's absolute fantastic. You know, it's like I said, it's brilliant coming downhill. You feel that it's supporting you, and it's using the how it should work. The 36 fork. I was gonna get a better version fork in the future, but at the minute I'm quite absolutely liking it and thinking there's no need. If it works, what's the point of upgrading it? And yeah, I find the fork and the float, the shocker, you know, no problem whatsoever. There's no point in me changing it because it's working for me, and there's no point. They are fantastic for what you want them for. I am thinking about the dropper post. Again, this is probably my own opinion. Basically, I'm going to get an electrical dropper post. I've the RockShox one because it's half the price of the Fox one, and yeah, just because I don't like loads of wires around me headset, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm going electrical Di2 on the groups there. And then all I've got then is the hydraulic brake cables. That's just probably a snobby thing for me personally, but yeah, that's just something I'm going to do in the future. But there's nothing wrong with this dropper post. It works totally fine and perfectly fine for me. I think it has a 200 mil drop, because when I measured it, because it's probably a little bit too high for me because I've got shorter legs, so I'm probably going to go for 150 drop. But at the minute, if you are thinking what the drop is, it is about 200 mil on this bike, what comes with the bike. So handling and agility on the bike. So even though it's an alloy frame and it does weigh around, I think it's 24 kg, when you're coming down, it don't feel heavy in the hand. You can turn it perfectly in tight corners and everything. It don't feel like it's a brick weight and you're struggling with it. I've even rode a little bit of it with no power on. I mean, you can ride it no power on, especially over flat terrain. And yeah, it is really comfortable, and the agility, just because it's an alloy frame, it does work really well for me, and I am impressed with it, to be honest. So what I like most about the bike, it's obviously, there's three things. The Bosch motor, honestly, I mean, when I rode the Orbea Denner, and this is no disrespect to that motor, that Shimano motor, it was fantastic, don't get me wrong. But this thing is just super fantastic. And to go with the Flow app as well, and to find out, you can update it there, you can change your different settings on there, and you can see what you know, how much you're using in boost mode or trail mode and stuff like that, and how many miles you've done in each one. The CX motor, oh my god, it's just so fantastic, and the speed you can get out of it up trails and stuff, you know, you're hardly putting any effort in. I mean, I've got to, like I said before, I've had to set them down a little bit just so I feel like I am doing a little bit of exercise. But yeah, it's really impressive, and yeah, I'd highly recommend getting one, you know, like a mountain bike with a Bosch system, because they are absolute fantastic. So another thing is obviously climbing and descending. What I like about that is just obviously climbing, like I said before, the Bosch motor just gets you up there, and obviously descending, you feel like you're comfortable, you feel safe, you feel like you're not going to come off, you feel like it's rooted to the ground when you're coming down them steep, horrible rocky climbs. I haven't done too many because I'm still learning the art of mountain biking, but I am getting a little bit better and a bit more confident, and within riding it for a few months or so, hopefully I can get down some more technical steep climbs for you to show you what this bike can do. But so far so good. The climbing on it and the descending is absolute fantastic. And my final one is value for money. I mean, at the minute, I'll put the link in the description, this is down from 5,200, I think it is, down to £3,799 at Wheelbase at the minute. That's why I purchased it from. And what you get, the Bosch motor alone is worth paying that much money, the CX motor, the latest version. But you get the Fox shocker, you get the Fox fork, you get the SLX group set, which even though I'm changing, it's still a fantastic group set. And yeah, you get a dropper, and then it's obviously a beer, so you know the quality is there in the frames. So, and then even the tyres are absolutely fantastic, and the wheels. So yeah, the price at the minute is absolute fantastic and a bargain. So I'd highly recommend having a look on Wheelbase and seeing what you can get. There's this black colour which I've got, and I think there's like it looks like a white silvery nice colour as well on there. So they come in two nice colours, so I'd highly recommend getting on there and having a look. So just before I go out, if you haven't seen my video from yesterday, it is out up on the channel Blancafra, and I will put a link at the end of this video. Have a watch of it and it'll show you the absolute beast what this bike can do. And obviously I've done the Borrowdale Bash and stuff, and them videos are up if you want to have a look and see it. And obviously like and subscribe, because that helps me get out there more and get out to more people who want to watch anything to do with cycling in the Lake District. Yeah, so just to finalise this video, yeah, if you are looking for an enduro e-MTB bike, what climbs well, descends well, performs really well on them horrible tricky terrains, yeah, I'd highly recommend going for the Orbea H20. And the thing with the H20 is, if you are looking for an alloy framed one and not a carbon bike, like me, I didn't really want to go into carbon because I'm a bit of a heavier rider, 18 stone, and I thought I just wanted the security of having an alloy frame, especially when you're jumping down rocky terrain and stuff. But if you are looking for one, you can always upgrade stuff. Like I said, I'm upgrading the group set to a Di2 version, which cost me £400. Now, to go up to the next level, I'd imagine that's going to cost you more, and it's an easy way of installing it, which I'm going to show you. And then you can upgrade the fork, you can upgrade the shocker if you want to. In the future, you can upgrade the dropper. Instead of paying £8,000, £900,000 for a bike, you can slowly get this at this price and then slowly upgrade stuff as you're going along. So yeah, if you are looking for an enduro e-MTB, I'd highly recommend the H20. Yeah, so that was my full review on the Orbea H20. If you are wanting to know anything about the bike, put it in the comments and I will try and find out for you. I have a linked up to Orbea, so I can find out stuff if you are worried about stuff. And yeah, if you are needing any information, you know where to find me. And like and subscribe to the videos, and check out my other videos I've done on this bike so far. I mean, the Hard Knots Pass video is stunning, and got some drone shots in it and stuff. So check out them, and yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.